watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Hi there. Today is Monday, May 1st, 2023. I'm Missy Kohler. Thanks for joining us here at News 25. There was a vehicle fire early Saturday evening. News 25's David Preston was on scene and has the details.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to a vehicle fire early Saturday evening at a two-story apartment complex off of Dandelion Street near Calvada Boulevard in Pahrump. The fire was contained to the engine compartment of the vehicle and was quickly put out by Pahrump Valley Fire upon their arrival. According to Fire Chief Scott Lewis, there was no extension to the two-story apartment building. Witnesses who live in the area reported the fire. The owner of the vehicle was nowhere in sight, and the cause of the fire is unknown and is under investigation. No injuries were reported.
A bicyclist collided with a car on Saturday afternoon. Here's the story from News 25.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics responded to a bicycle versus car crash at the Saddle West RV Park near the entrance off of Highway 160 at Postal Road on Saturday afternoon. Upon their arrival, medics evaluated the young man who was riding his bicycle near the Saddle West entrance when the incident occurred. The young man declined to be transported by ambulance. News 25 caught up with the young man who claimed he was allegedly at fault because he was in a hurry. The young man's father arrived at the location soon after in his black truck and took his son along with his broken bike and left the scene after the young man was evaluated by the medical team and who also refused any further medical treatment. Before he left, the young man stated to News 25 he only suffered some scrapes from the incident. There were no other injuries.
A local woman was arrested after causing a domestic disturbance.
Nye County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of a domestic disturbance on April 28th of this year. Upon the deputy's arrival, they made contact with a female identified as Janine Grosh, who was acting erratically and rambling. Janine has previous law enforcement encounters. During the deputy's contact with Janine, she allegedly grabbed a folding knife and threw it in a closet, at which time deputies attempted to detain Janine for officer safety concerns. According to the report, Janine resisted the officer's detainment by pulling her arms away from the officer and dropping to the ground. Janine continued resisting until officers were able to place Janine in handcuffs. They then escorted Janine outside to the patrol car. Upon further investigation, deputies made contact with a male who also had previous law enforcement encounters. According to the declaration of arrest, the other male was attempting to calm Janine down, and a physical altercation broke out during which Janine ripped his shirt. While deputies were attempting to place Janine into the back of the patrol car, Janine continued to resist by pushing against the vehicle with her legs and attempting to pull away from deputies. When Janine was finally placed inside the patrol car, Janine then began kicking the inside of the vehicle and banging her head against the car. Officers then removed Janine from the patrol car for her safety. While officers opened the door, Janine kicked the door, which struck one of the officers in the leg. Janine was eventually placed in leg restraints and returned to inside of the patrol car. Janine was then transported to the Nye County Detention Center, and she is being charged with resisting a public official, battery by prisoner, and domestic battery.
A female Pahrump resident has been arrested after an alleged theft of a purse.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office are reporting that they have arrested an individual by the name of Leanne Hansen for one count of domestic battery. On April 28th, deputies were dispatched in reference to a domestic dispute. Upon arrival, deputies made contact with the female, who was identified as Leanne Hansen. According to the report, Leanne stated that she was arguing with a male over her purse. She stated that she entered a trailer on the property and placed her purse on the counter. Leanne stated that an individual followed her and grabbed the purse off the counter. According to the report, Leanne stated the two of them fell to the ground, where a struggle ensued. The deputy then made contact with the male, who stated he was arguing with Leanne over a gas card in her purse. He then stated he grabbed the purse off the counter, and Leanne allegedly jumped on him, and the two fell to the ground, where Leanne placed the individual in a headlock. Based on the results of the deputy's investigation, Leanne was placed into custody and transported to the Nye County Detention Center without further incident.
The Pahrump Veterans Memorial Committee has some openings, and we'll talk about that after the break. Stay with News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. With 4 new openings on the Pahrump Veterans Memorial Committee, applications are now being accepted.
The Nye County Board of Commissioners is accepting applications for 4 members to be appointed to the Pahrump Veterans Memorial Advisory Committee to advise the Board of County Commissioners on issues regarding all veteran events within the town of Pahrump and veteran services at the Chief Tacopa Cemetery. The Nye County Commissioners are requesting a completed application, resume, and a letter of interest from persons interested in filling these vacancies. Applications must be obtained at the Pahrump Town Office or online at www.pahrump.nv.org. Please submit your application, resume, and letter of interest to the town of Pahrump at 2100 East Walt Williams Drive, Suite 100, Pahrump 89048, or submit to townoffice@pahrump.nv.org by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, May 17, 2023. No application will be accepted after that date. All members are approved by the committees with secondary approval by the county commissioners. Nye County is an equal opportunity employer.
The Bureau of Land Management says that it is harassment to lure horses. Rory has the story.
The Bureau of Land Management warns those in Pahrump to not feed or interact with the wild horses. Several law enforcement agencies in the area have had to respond to calls of horses charging at people. The BLM also says that more horses are being hit and killed by cars after getting used to being in the roadways waiting for food. Land management officials also remind people that luring horses from their designated areas is considered harassment and is illegal.
If you've ever driven down 160 and saw a man waving the American flag in the air, that's Raymond Melzinski, and he's now needing our prayers.
If you've ever driven along 160 and 372, chances are, for the past 23 years, you've seen Ray Melzinski, the flag man. For over 2 decades, he has been carrying the United States flag on an 8-foot pole and cradling a large place card with the Bill of Rights in large font letters against his chest. Ray is currently in hospice and needs your prayers.
Melanoma Monday is recognized on the first Monday of May each year. It's the deadliest form of skin cancer, but has a 99% cure rate if caught early.
So melanoma varies in terms of like how aggressive it can be. So if caught early, it can be, removed from the skin and it doesn't have any long-term consequences. However, over time, melanomas can actually go deep in the skin and then invade the lymph nodes and spread elsewhere. And there can be mortality associated with it. So early detection is key in order to get the best outcomes.
Dr. Shilpi Kaderpal is a dermatologist with the Cleveland Clinic and says cases of melanoma have been on the rise. The chance of developing melanoma increases with age, but it can still impact young people as well as all skin types. Get moles or other spots on your skin checked if you notice they're asymmetrical, have an irregular border, or uneven color. A spot that's bigger than the tip of a pencil eraser or changing in some way should also be investigated. Dr. Kaderpal says sunscreen is key to protect yourself from the disease, as ultraviolet radiation from the sun causes nearly 90% of melanomas.
We know sunscreen is a big factor, so if you are going to be outside, use a broad spectrum SPF of 30 or higher. It's important to reapply every 2 hours if you are going to be outside, or if you get wet, making sure you use like a water-resistant sunscreen. They also make UPF clothing, so if you're someone that doesn't want to lather up in lots of sunscreen, there's an ultraviolet protective factor in certain clothing you can buy.
Dr. Katarpal adds it's crucial to get regular skin checks, especially if you have a personal or family history of skin cancer. After the break, we have a dog looking for a new forever home. Could be yours. Stay with us.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Thanks for staying with us. We were joined with an adorable dog named Chico, and Chico is looking for his forever home.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi everyone, this is Pat with Never Forgotten Animal Society at 3091 North David Street in Pahrump. We are between Blagg and Leslie off of Bella Vista in the north end of town. And right now I have with me a wonderful little boy by the name of Chico. Well, I guess he's not so little anymore. He's about a 6-year-old male. He is fixed. He has had all of his vaccinations. He has been microchipped and he is ready to go home. His adoption fee is $250 for any adult dog here. That does include always the spay-neuter microchip, vaccinations, and rabies certificate. And he is a little brown Chihuahua mix. We're not sure with what. And he has a very sweet demeanor. He is a little shy when you first meet him, but once he gets to love you and know you and trust you, as you can see, he's a very loving little man. Very, very sweet. He needs a home that is going to be pretty much sedentary, quiet. He loves to cuddle. He loves being held. But he is a little bit anxious when there is more than one person or a whole lot of people around him at the time. I think it's just because of the situation that he came out of. But once he does settle in, he is, as you can see, just a really sweet little man. And he will make someone a very, very nice companion once he gets to trust you, but it may take a minute. If you're interested, his adoption fee is $250, and he is available here at Never Forgotten Animal Society. We are open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5 every day. No appointment is necessary. We have on site 20 puppies, and we have 19 adult dogs. So if you're interested in any dog, they come in all sizes. We have from the very tiny to the very large. So if you're in the market for a wonderful dog, come on in and meet any of our guys anytime. No appointment necessary. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 5. And come see Chico. He would love the attention. So anytime you want to come in, stop on by. Thank you.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside the News 25 studios at the Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam. This is that kind of weather that brings furniture and trampolines and things like that into the yard. At least you can keep your fingers crossed. John will have the latest weather forecast coming up, and I'm sure he'll talk about this wind.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on that local BTV app, the app that's low calorie and so good for you. Hey, let's check out our Cool Spot Award winner, Fernley, 63 degrees. Not too bad. Nice cool spot to be. Fallon, 67 degrees. Carson City checks in at 65. We got Weather Twins in Tonopah and Goldfield tied exactly. Identical Weather Twins mid-state at 70 degrees. High today, 36 low tonight. 80 out in Beatty, making it extra grady. Amargosa's high 84, but were they the hot spot? Oh no, that would be Las Vegas today. Congratulations, 86 degrees out in Vegas land. Death Valley just missed triple digits, 93 degrees. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. It's 79 degrees on a Monday night, 82 just a little bit earlier. winds be deviling us throughout the day. We had a wind advisory, and we got some big whooping gusts, but the average was about 18 miles per hour out of the south-southwest this morning as the sun rose in all its glory and majesty at 5:51. We'll see it set this evening. Look for it at 7:31 as we head to a blowy low of 51 degrees with more winds out of the south-southeast to 18 miles per hour. They do not abate much tomorrow, but the rest of the week, no, it's not so bad. Let's check this out. We got some clouds coming at us and maybe some possibility of rain on Thursday and perhaps on Saturday. Although where the rain comes from on Saturday, I don't know. It's an invisible cloud that just appears and apparates. But look at those temperatures dropping from the low 70s next couple days all the way down to 62 on Thursday. But we shall rebuild, and it looks like we're all the way up to 80 by next Monday. So fear not. Actually, the weekend looks pretty good ahead of us also. But we're just kind of getting back after it after a Monday and a weekend. I hope your day is going well. Back to the desk right now. Here's Missy Kohler.
Last windstorm we had, our neighbors got a trampoline, and neighbors across the street lost a carport. I've got some tickets to give away before we leave tonight. VIP passes for the San Gennaro Fest. It's Italian and International Food and Music Festival coming up May 10th through the 14th. And they even have Mother's Day fireworks beginning at 9:30 p.m. This is happening in Las Vegas, and it's free to you. I've got 4 tickets to give away, and you can win those by giving a call to 775-727-9400. I want to go. The tickets sold me just because right at the beginning, right on the front of it, it says just follow the smell of Italian sausage and peppers. I'm there. You can count on it. Thanks so much for watching News 25 tonight. We appreciate you so much. I'm Missy Kohler. Have a great night.